Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Dicing with Death. Ryan is chewing on stolen burritos. It's okay. I want burritos. Man, I miss burritos.
All right.
Anyway, that
We
day,
are
you're hanging
lounging
out,
by the lake.
lounging by the lake, when I ask you to give me a perception check.
Yeah. That I can do. 29. That I
Very
can
nice.
do.
You see a flock of small winged creatures descending from the skies in your direction.
Sturgis.
Maybe.
I get my
They're
wiffle bat handy.
near the same size as sturges. Yeah, it could definitely be them.
Get my color spray fresh in my mind. Trying to figure out what these critters are going to do. I guess I'm ready an attack to swat at one if it tries to attack me.
Okay. As they approach, they kind of spread out in a much broader pattern and begin to circle you guys. At this point, you can tell they're not sturges. They don't have that same insect-like body. They've got arms and legs like a humanoid, but wings. They have a small monkey-like tail and very large, pointy, fanned-out ears with the short, goblin-y faces. They're not very big. They're roughly sturge size. They're maybe like a foot and a half from head to tail.
They look natural. I guess the sturges didn't look very natural, did they?
I mean, not natural by real-world standards, but natural by D&D standards.
Like, are these some magical construct? Can I roll like a spellcraft check? Or like a conjured being or an enslaved, like an imp type thing? And how far off are they?
60 feet.
Ooh, are they like circling overhead?
Yeah, they are. They start to cackle and yip at you guys. Your men are now all up in arms. There are about 6 of them. Your men have bows and they notch arrows and say, "Should we shoot?"
Hold fire. I shout up. Like, hello?
One of them flies over your head and begins to urinate down upon you guys. Your men and you are now covered in urine. Not like covered in urine, but now there's urine on you guys.
What the fuck?
Another one takes a tip and comes over and tries to poop along you guys, but that's much harder to aim while in flight. However, one of you does get pooped on. Which one is it? Ryan gets pooped on. A little bit of like kind of watery, goopy brown stuff lands on your shoulder.
Get down here this instant, you infernal devil. Ah!
One of the things swoops down near the land, not next to you guys, but maybe 30 feet away, and picks up some small rocks. I mean, it's only like a foot and a half long. Its hands are quite tiny, but it picks up some rocks and flies over and starts to drop them down on you. It does no damage, but it's irritating.
I'm irritated. I gotta wash this poop off in the nearby lake.
Okay.
So what do they look like?
They're like tiny goblins with monkey tails and wings and big fanning ears.
They look goblinoid?
Sure. Yeah.
Hobgoblin. Wow,
they cackle at you.
Disturbing. I'm not really sure what to do. I don't think I want to attack. It seems like the slaves are holding their bows as well. Like, I don't want to fight these things.
As you go into the water to wash off your shoulder, one of them swoops down from behind you, You hear at the
My
last
quarterstaff
moment a
ready.
"Look out, Georg!" And
I have
you
my
turn
quarterstaff ready
around.
to bat. I guess I put it down to
Yeah, I
watch
mean, you're
myself.
like you turn around at the last moment to see one of these things coming straight into your face. It hits you square in the head with its body. It's kind of
Am
like
I going
it's flying and
unconscious?
chest bumping you in the face. It actually rolled a natural 20 on its attack roll, so I need you to give me a dex check at -5 to remain standing, or you
Is
fall
this
into the
not
water.
actual damage?
No damage. It's just knocking you over into the water.
I just fail.
You tumble backwards, splashing in the big sea, the big lake.
Motherfucker. All of my shit getting wet, huh? What did I
Everything's
have?
soaked.
Did I have my backpack on me?
I presume you did.
Okay. Motherfucker. Actually, that is kind of shitty. I start flailing around and I immediately start going for my things. What do you want me to delete?
Is there anything that would be ruined by water?
Parchment in a scroll case. So the scroll case keeps it dry, maybe. I mean, candles. There's a vial of ink. I mean, so and it's
The
all in
vial
a
of ink
bag.
is stopped. The candles are fine. They don't matter. Your scroll case should make a saving throw.
Scroll case in a backpack. Saving throw versus wet.
There's no wet, so we're gonna say
Pouches of iron, pouches of colored sand, a
a
torch.
saving throw versus
Spellbook.
spellbook's fine. Spellbooks can get wet. They're okay. That's why they're so expensive. Is they're protected. Your whatever's in your scroll case, make a saving throw with a 6 or higher will pass.
That's pretty
Not a
easy.
problem. Yeah. Well, because you don't sit in the water for long. You plop in and get back up, and the
Powdered iron, maybe a little clumpy. I think I ignore the creature for the round or whatever while I stand back up
Okay.
and check my things. I guess I got my wash, so I stumble back onto shore a little infuriated.
the whole pack of them starts.
Nasty little imps.
They start landing and picking up rocks in their hands, and start hovering above you and dropping the rocks down on you guys again. Still
Looks like
no
they're-
damage, but it's just
Okay.
you're being showered with rocks.
There's 6 of them
Mm-hmm.
and 4 of us.
Mm-hmm.
How far away? How high above us are they flying?
40 feet above you.
I don't know if we start shooting them if then they start biting and clawing.
Okay. They whirl and dance around you guys. While you're standing there kind of confused as to what to do, one of them dips into the water, another one kind of flies off and lands in the bushes to the side. So that leaves 4 above you, 1 in the bushes that you can't see anymore, 1 underwater that you can't see anymore. And then another one of the ones above you tries to... 2 of them kind of grab one in between them and glide, while the other one that's in between them urinates down across you guys again.
How close do they start coming? How close do they come towards us? Like
They
how
stay
low are they?
they stay like at least 30 feet above you, more like 40 feet most of the time. They're keeping
Try and
a
dodge.
distance.
I mean, I think my play here is going to be like patience to see if we just like don't react as minimally as possible and avoid the piss and see if they get bored after 10, 15 minutes.
Okay. A few
mean,
minutes
they're
pass.
definitely
They seem
aggressive.
to be having a great time throwing rocks at you and using whatever bodily fluids they have left to annoy you.
A war of attrition. I guess I don't know. I convey as much to Reptar. Hold your fire. They'll get bored eventually, right?
Give me a
Strange land.
perception check.
Strange creatures. It may or may not.
Nope.
One.
So you're
Amen.
watching one of these guys that's flying above you with a big rock in its hand, a rock that might actually hurt you, when you hear a cry, and turning around, you see one of the little winged goblinoid impy thingies has pulled one of your soldiers' pants down, his shorts, and is like crawling away on all fours. One of your guys gets frustrated. Reptar gets frustrated and takes a shot at it. With a natural 19 plus 2 for back attack is a 21. That's pretty good. He pings the guy, and criticals the little sucker for 8 points of damage. Wow. Way to go, Reptar. Which does not kill the creature. It hobbles away, yipping, while the ones above laugh maniacally. One of them almost falls out of the sky because it's pointing and laughing at the other one so hard.
All right.
You war of attrition it?
I start casting a spell.
What do you cast?
So I shout, "I said, get out of here, you little gremlins!" and pull out my now clumpy powdered iron and enlarge upon myself.
You grow 10% in size.
10%.
How tall were you before?
5'10". So it's 5, so it's 70 inches.
So now you're 77
About
inches.
77 inches.
So now you're 6'5", which is
Don't you know who I am?
that's pretty good.
I am Georg the Great.
As you grow, they all fly away a little bit and then kind of come back. The one that's wounded crawls off into the bushes and disappears. And they continue to harass you for like half an hour. And after half an hour, you guys are in shambles. You're angry. You're mad. You continue, I take it, to tell your men not to fire.
Yeah, I guess you baited a spell out of me, but
Yeah. Your soldiers don't do anything else. They don't fire their weapons, but they kind of all come back to make sure nothing can sneak up behind and pants them anymore. And after half an hour, the gremlins fly off in search of something else to bother. And the gremlins have successfully defeated you in combat. They gain experience.
they didn't defeat us. We held our ground. They retreated.
They accomplished their goals.
I'd say washing shit out of my hair.
Yes.
I hope that was a fun encounter for you.
Oh, it was great. I had a blast. Sounds like you didn't.
I guess I didn't lose any equipment. Wasted a spell.
Well, you did wander off into the wilderness. It is a scary and dangerous place in the wilds.
I could not take a hint.
It's okay.
I hope our Hardcore Heroes players are taking notes. How not to play.
Well, their situation will be maybe a little different. What was the other things that you were gonna? There were many encounters today. There were many encounters.
Don't like this one bit.
What was the other thing? Oh, right. Okay. So some hours later that day, you guys are hanging out when you see a bear showing up. He's like a half mile away down by the lake. It's just kind of standing down by the lake and batting at the water, trying to get some fish.
Dare I ask what color this bear is?
The bear is brown. If you had an
Brown
animal
bear.
lore check, you might be able to discern whether it had a hump on its back or not. However, you do not have an animal lore check.
I don't.
Actually, no, it's springtime. It's probably still its coating is black. It's a black bear.
I say goadingly to Reptar, I hear bear meat is very delicious.
Mmm, very delicious. Bear fur keeps you warm at night. He looks to the other two. Mm, we may be able to take it. We would need spears. Spears are good bear weapons, but
Well, we got knives. We got trees. Why didn't you make spears yesterday?
we do
Quick,
not have rope.
spears. We're going bear hunting. Rope.
How
What?
how do you fasten knife to end of spear?
Oh no, wood spears.
Pointy
Is that no
stick?
good?
Pointy stick is bad spear.
What about your bows and arrows?
We can use bows and arrows. Hopefully we kill bear fast enough before it runs away.
I have a bit of a trick up my sleeve.
Hmm.
And I give him a wink.
What is trick? What trick do you have? Okay.
And we strut off towards the bear.
All right, you guys go down the coast.
My sand is not ruined by the water, right? I
No.
can throw clumpy sand at.
It's fine. Yeah. Plus, this is a few hours later.
Mhm.
Sand is drier. It's fine.
Okay. So I need to get within 20 feet of this bear
20
Flash.
feet?
to flashbang. Bear spray is a close range weapon.
How do you want to approach this?
Oh, and I guess that only blinds it. The creature's not allowed or feeling. Saving throws are struck unconscious. Those with hit dice or levels 1 or greater than the wizard's level are blinded. Are stunned for 1. I feel like blinded for 4 rounds is for 1d4 rounds is worse than stunned for 1. But whatever. So our hunting band gets close. How far away is the bear?
It's a half mile.
So then we start creeping towards it.
But are you going to approach to get within 20 feet? Or are you going to have your men shoot at it?
No,
Are
I think
you
we're
going
going
to
to
surround
shoot
it?
at it.
Okay.
We're going to shoot at it. And I will use them as bait without telling them they're bait.
Okay.
Bear bait.
Um,
That's Rector's new name.
so you guys get close enough to the bear without it noticing. It's not too terribly difficult. Your men are trained soldiers, maybe not trained hunters, but trained soldiers. The bear is fairly distracted. It's quite intent on getting dinner or lunch or whatever meal of the day it is for the bear. So you guys get to within range to fire. You want to give me 3d20s at each
Yeah, do
at
they
plus.
just go at it like without a command?
No, I mean they will follow your orders.
I guess I didn't give order. I mean, I'm not ordering them around. I was letting you will them as they would,
But you told them that you wanted to get the bear, and the
yeah,
whole party's
that's
out
what I mean.
hunting the bear.
The
So,
default is when they get within like short range or whatever, they start taking pot shots.
yeah. Well, Reptar gives them like an attack signal. He.
All right, 18, 13, 9.
Well, the 18 and the 13 are hits.
Is the 18 a crit? That would be
The
plus
18
2 for
because
back
of
attack?
20,
Is
it does
roll a
clear by
surprise, maybe?
5. Yeah, that's a crit. Give me 3d6 points of damage.
13.
Wow.
Just enough to make him mad. I've got my
Um,
sand ready and the.
No, that's actually enough. The bear rolled poorly on its HP. A volley of arrows comes. One of them hits the bear in the neck. One hits it in the hind quarter, but the one in the neck is a pretty good shot. The bear rears up on its legs, turns to face you, growls menacingly, falls back on its backside, and dies.
Good shot, Reptar.
Reptar nods. Excellent
Tonight.
hunter.
Tonight we feast on bear.
Okay. That said,
Yo.
they have used up 4 of their arrows out of their 30. So they're at 20. Can you keep track of their arrows for me? They're at 26.
Sure. Slave arrows. 26.
Yeah, he rolled really poor on his HP. Poor bear.
Cool. So we drag the bear back to our camp, or do we just skin it right there and bathe in its blood?
Well, I don't know if you guys really even have a camp. I think all of your gear is with you. You can make camp wherever
Oh,
you
you're right.
want.
Yeah. So I guess we skin the bear. I think if you just kill a bear, I don't think anything fucks with you, right? Other bears aren't going to be like, maybe we'll see.
Who
We
knows?
skin the bear, cut some bear steaks. I don't actually have a knife.
No, your men have picked up daggers from the
I
goblins.
insist that they clean the daggers of the kobold or of the goblin before we start butchering the bear.
They acquiesce. Clean up the daggers, cut out some big bear steaks, make a little bit of a fire going with some rocks around it. Kind of get some branches and cook the bear over the fire. You guys actually have a pleasant afternoon and evening now that the bear has been killed and these gremlins have been driven off. Although the threat of gremlin return is always present, they don't show back up. And you guys have a great feast of delicious bear meat.
How does the bear taste?
A little
Describe to me this
gamey,
bear meat.
a little gamey, but at the same time, you've been eating fish for days. So, I don't know. I've never had bear meat. Have you ever had bear?
I haven't. I hear it. Bears are omnivores, so I know hunters do eat bears, and I think there are places in the U.S. where you can still hunt like black bears.
I had
But
reindeer.
since they're omnivores, I think their meat varies greatly depending on what the bear has been eating. I've heard it can be like superb or god awful and disgusting if it's like a trash bear. We grow a lot of trash bears here in the States.
Well, it's only because we have so much nature and so many bears. It's compared to Europe, where as soon as a wolf shows up on the borders, people freak out. We have grizzly bears that live in our state.
We drove there's no grizzly bears in California.
Grizzly bears have come back to California. They have returned in small numbers.
After we massacred their populations and drove them from the land.
Well, that's the reason it's our state flag.
We chased them all back to Canada.
Wolves and bears are coming back. Nature is making a return. Our conservation programs have worked quite well.
Not on Georg's watch.
Okay. You guys make camp that night.
Turkey and bear steaks.
Yeah.
A roll of grub skill. Only 8.
Reptar's grub skill is only 6.
Bear meat, best meat.
Okay. You guys make a camp, eat up. You are doing well, and you go to sleep that night. There's 4 of you, so if each of you takes a 3-hour watch, everyone will get 9 hours of sleep and be happy and rested.
Thank you for saving the dimensionalist, the math.
It's my pleasure. Now let's just see during whose watch what shows up. What watch are you taking? 1, 2, 3, or 4?
Middle of the night. So
second or third watch?
2 or 3. Let's do 2.
Okay. Well, it doesn't matter. During the first watch, Reptar's watch, he rouses you all and goes, "Big mosquitoes are back! Big mosquitoes are back!"
Oh, fuck. I still have color spray. I jump up with a start. Is the fire still going?
The fire is still going. He has his bow drawn and notched, and there's these large sturges buzzing before you. Roll me initiative.
How far off are they when we arise? Oh shit. I think I stay low. Like I don't rise. Like I see the sturges as I'm rolling up from being asleep, and I lie low, and I go for my colored sand and crouch and hope that the sturges go for the slaves that stand up.
Okay.
Armor of slaves. Best first level wizard spell ever.
Okay, 2 sturges come in, one at a different slave each. Natural 1 is a complete and utter fail. The 16, however, is a hit. So one of these sturges swoops down next to. Actually, does it go after a slave? Swoops down at Rugbug, who's still in pretty bad shape. Lands on him, and immediately, like the pincer goes into the guy's neck. Rugbug collapses to the ground as a sturge sucks blood from him.
the fuck? What place is this? This is like, this does feel like one of those old, like, I don't know, Nintendo era RPG.
Lots of encounters all over. I mean, as I said,
Dragon Warrior, just like weird giant mosquito thing that you random encounter in the plains outside of your starting town.
You've been rolling really well on the encounter tables, and I think I did a much better job of building the encounter tables this time around. So they're a little bit cooler.
All right, so how many of these bugs are there this time?
There are 4. 2 of them have already gone when it is actually... someone is dead. He's gone. One of your soldiers takes a shot at one of the flying guys, or well, shoots, and hits a Sturge for 3 points of damage. 2 points of damage. Dropping the Sturge from the sky. It dies. And you go at 10, so you are next.
All right. We don't draw battle maps, so I can't totally strategize this,
Okay.
but I'm casting my color spray.
Sure.
So I'm
There's one Sturge
throwing my
feeding
flashbang.
on a basically dead rug bug. There are 2 in the sky and 1 on the ground.
How high are they flying?
They're close. They're like within 20 feet.
Okay, so I'll try and shoot the 2 out of this. You said one died. Oh,
One's
one
dead.
Okay, 2 still flying. So they're within 20 feet. Is that what you said?
Yeah.
And within like 20 feet of each other.
Um,
It's like it says 5 by 20 by 20 wedge, I think. So it's 20 feet at the far end.
yes, they're within 20 feet of each other.
Okay, so I'll try and shoot the 2 out of the sky. Rolling a d6. All
Oh,
of them, everyone, another big, huge flashbang.
big
If
bang
they're
goes
only
off.
one hit die, they are just stunned.
They do not have more hit die than you. They are instantly stunned and drop to the ground.
2 rounds.
Okay.
There's one. Okay, next round, I guess.
No, one of your guys still has a shot. He turns to shoot the one that's drinking from rug bug, hits it for 3, and the thing only had 3 HP. Nice. So that one dies. Next round.
Yeah. So I rush over to. I guess. Like, rolling initiative doesn't matter, does it?
No, they're unconscious. You can just bash them to death.
Okay, I run to one that had fallen and start hitting it. They probably took 2d6 for falling out of the sky. Actually,
Oh, you're right. They were 20 feet. Well,
they're probably smashed.
I'm going to say they only take d6 because they are lighter. They're flying creatures. If they fall, they can probably.
In fact, insects don't really. I mean, you can knock you can drop them from many times their own height.
Yeah, these guys are a little
I
bit
know
bigger
that's
than
the
that. They're like
guys.
2 feet big.
Okay, so I just start smashing with quarterstaff. Do you want me to roll damages or attack
No,
rolls?
they're stunned. They're unconscious. You
Bludgeon
can just
them
kill
to
them.
pieces.
Yeah. You can just like get the staff directly over its face and bash the face in. They die very quickly, but Rugbug is in bad shape.
How's he
He
doing?
was at 1 HP. He took 2 damage from the piercing, and 3 damage from the blood drain. So he's at -4.
So I mean, is he still bleeding out? Or
He's not bleeding out, but his pulse is faint, and his life is uncertain. Once all these Sturges are killed, Reptar comes over to you, dagger in hand, and says, "Oftentimes it is kinder to end a life than to let it
I look up at him pleadingly.
suffer."
But that cabin, we can get him to that cabin. Bring all the bear meat you can carry, and the carcass. And I like try and hoist up the unconscious body onto my shoulder.
How much can you carry? What's your max press?
Probably not an unconscious body. Definitely not an unconscious body. Max press 115. I don't.
That's
have
over
that
your
much.
head. I mean,
Yeah.
look,
I mean, so yeah.
I can carry you on my shoulders if I have to, and my strength is probably only like 9 or 10.
Yeah. So I can't press this guy, but I should be able to.
You could
Drag
put him
him.
on your back and drag him behind you, or
But
you know,
for
for 12. Well,
6 miles,
yeah, you got to go around and everything.
we stuff our pockets full of bear steaks, and together transport the
In the middle of the
body
night.
in the middle of the night. I mean, that was my suggestion. He was like, "I'm gonna kill this guy," and I was like, "No, no, no. We can get him to the house in time."
Right now, it's nighttime.
Okay, fine. We go back to sleep.
He will
I still
not.
can't memorize spells after a fight, right?
I mean, it's only been an hour since you guys went to bed, so
Oh, you're right. You're right. Okay, so I can still get a good night's sleep.
Yeah.
Perfect.
the rest of the night passes uneventfully. You wake up and Rugbug. You want to roll the d10 to see if he gains or loses an HP?
He's not my slave. You have to roll the d10.
All right. He loses an HP. He's at
Bastard.
-5.
That's on you. That's on you. All right. So the following morning, I memorize enlarge because I have to, and cooler spray. Hey! And we set out along the lake shore towards the smoke and get what, 3 more encounters? 3 more encounters.
I'm not going to give you a number, but you did roll for encounters today.
And I don't gain HP. Grumble, grumble. And yeah, the 3 of us plus our body plus our pockets full of bear meat. Did someone get around to skinning the bear?
Yes, someone skinned it yesterday.
So one of us has like a bear carcass draped over us.
Mm-hmm.
The other 2 are struggling with the body.
Yep.
I think that they probably carry their comrade, and I have just a bleeding, untreated hunk of bear leather over my back.
Do you have the bloody side on you or against the open air?
Oh, it's a lot. That's a good question to ask. I was imagining bloody side down. I don't know if I caught that before it happened.
I think it's pretty obvious when you're like going to put this thing around your shoulders that the inside is bloody.
Yeah. So bloody side up.
Bloody side up.
I let it tan in the sun.
Sure. You guys approach this little cabin. Well, it's not actually a cabin, but as you go towards where you saw the smoke the other day. Perception check, please.
Sure, I can butcher another perception check.
I would love you to, because your NPCs just did.
Nope. Got nothing.
Fantastic. What is your marching order? Georg,
there's only 3 of us.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck you. I mean, I think so. I mean, I think we're like side by side. There's only 3 of us, right? They're carrying a body between them. I think I am next to Reptar, and then there's like, and they're carrying the body between them. So it's like, and then me, Reptar body.
Mm-hmm.
Makes sense.
Sure.
So,
yeah. Well, then I guess this random effect of hitting all. Come on.
Reptar's bigger.
Reptar's bigger, but you guys are walking, and your arm brushes a sticky spider web and gets caught in it.
Like my whole arm, or like
it's like your hand and then your forearm as you try and like jiggle it off gets caught. And now your right forearm is stuck on a sticky spider web.
My right or my left?
Your right.
I had assumed that. So I guess Reptar is on my left.
Oh, if Reptar was on your right, then it's your left arm.
We're probably kind of wandering. I don't know. Anyways,
it's your outside arm.
I sure guys it webs, and I start. I guess I don't have a blade. I think I light a candle. Okay. Start lighting a candle.
Well, you can't light a candle with only one hand, because your other hand's trapped in the spider web, and you can't flint and steel with one hand.
I can get the flint and steel and bring it over to the pinned hand.
And how do you light the candle? Do you hold the candle with your teeth?
I shall help me out.
They set the body down as the web begins to vibrate from another direction. Roll initiative.
It's coming.
The wilderness is a scary place, everybody. First level characters wandering into the woods are likely to be eaten alive.
I almost made it to the cabin.
So close. But do roll me that initiative if you wouldn't mind.
Yeah, 12.
That's pretty terrible. Okay, the large spider goes first. This is the biggest spider you've seen in your life. It is 2 feet wide. Like a 2-foot spider comes crawling down through its web at you. You did gain 1 HP from your day of rest yesterday, though.
I did. Okay.
Yeah, I
see.
don't think the fighting off the gremlins was as stressful or encounter-worthy.
That was very stressful, but
Well, I mean, but it
no
wasn't
bloody
physically
shred.
taxing, you know? So that means Orwell is actually at
Emotionally
3 and Reptar is at 9. This large spider comes slinking out of its web towards you.
Before the slaves go.
They're setting Reptar down while the spider comes at you. And
Reptar's
it
out.
goes...
Ragtown or whatever his name is.
It goes straight
Atburn.
for a bite at you. It comes creeping down right towards your arm. Oh. And even with the +4, because your arm is trapped, it misses. It goes to pounce at you, but you jerk your arm around enough that the spider completely misses and kind of drops below to the bottom side of the web, where it starts making its way back up.
I can't even cast a spell without both hands. Yeah.
Reptar goes. He aims...
So I was shouting, "Help me with the candle!" or "Help me with the torch!"
Okay, Reptar comes over and lights the candle for you. Candle or torch?
I said candle first.
Okay.
I think it's
He helps light the candle and burns your arm free from the web, which sizzles away.
I'll immediately start going for my flash powder.
Okay.
If I am allowed to start casting a spell middle of the round.
Uh,
Casting speed 1.
Sure, but you'll just go at the very end of the round.
I think I basically already am.
Okay. One of these spiders, the other spider, comes down partway around the web until it reaches the burning part, where it leaps off the web towards you again. Holy crap! Sorry, man.
There's 4 of us. There's 4 of
There's
us.
3 of you.
Did you include the dead body?
I didn't. The spider leaping through the air misses wildly, like a chest burster in Alien that misses its target. It goes whoosh, past you and lands on the grass behind you.
Luck or DM hacks?
Luck.
I'll take it.
Rolled a
Either
4 on
way.
the hit. Orwell turns, fires a shot, hits the spider for 2 damage, which does not kill the spider. And you go at the very end of the round. What do you do?
Yeah, I take a step back. I pull my colored powder out. Probably taking a little extra time, but I'm going last, so
You can
cares?
target only one of the spiders because they're on either sides of you.
can I backstab? Oh, I guess they're flanking, so they're like actually okay. So the one that first tried to bite me, I throw the flash powder in its face. Could have hit 5 creatures, but I don't think there's anything behind it. If there's any more spiders hiding in the woods, so
Whatever's back there suffers the consequences as well.
if
But that
it is-
spider falls off the web onto its back on the ground, stunned for 2d4 rounds.
if it is only 1 hit die, if it's 1 or 2, if it's 2 or 3, it's blinded.
It's
for
1 hit die.
D4. If it's 3 or more, it's stunned for 1 round, which sounds better than blinded for D4.
It is 1 hit die.
6 rounds.
Unconscious. All right. Roll me
I
initiative for the next
Hoist my
round.
quarterstaff as I turn to face this other little bugger. 7, including weapon speed.
Shortbow weapon speed is 7, right? I think so. Yeah.
6 or 7, yeah.
Well, you go first, and then the spider goes last.
Shooting
I think
at-
this is
they're shooting
wrapped
at
up.
blank. Short bow is 7. You're correct.
Okay, yeah.
Composite short is 6. And composite long is 7. Okay. All right, so I go first
You go first.
and give this spider a woof.
Your staff swings wide.
Is it facing me? It tried to bite me. so
Oh,
I
actually,
can't-
someone forgot their second attack next round at the end of last round.
Oh, they're shooting at it.
Yeah, the guy that shot at it last round didn't get his second attack, which is a miss anyway. So that's 2 more arrows lost. They both go at the same speed after you miss your attack.
Yeah, I'm trying to get away, but I don't think like if I start backing away from the spider, not into a web, it pursues, like it clitters after me.
Well, you take a swing and back up. Your guys take shots at the spider. They both shots miss, and the spider scampers off into some underbrush and disappears into the woods. You can try and pursue if you'd like, but it has
Now I
scampered.
turn and I take out my aggression on the unconscious spider.
It becomes a big squishy spot on the end of your staff. Please do mark down 4 more arrows lost by your men.
Oh god. I go to light my last torch.
It is
I'm gonna
lit.
burn them all, and set every web in sight ablaze.
Okay. They burn pretty quickly, and you guys manage to push through the last segment of forest and come across a small little cabin in the woods. It is literally a log cabin. Just
I think
felled
we rush
trees.
toward.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Actually, I don't think we run and scream help. Our merry band of adventurers down from 7 to 3.5 slog in through this log cabin.
Okay.
It's at like the mouth of this river.
Yeah, it's near.
Is it-
It's very near where the river meets the lake, but in from the forest, like 60 feet or so, maybe 100 feet.
Okay.
So it has a
On,
view.
and on this side of the river, this
Yes.
bank of the river. Okay.
Yes.
Is the clearing is like a garden around it, or
Half of the house, like the side that you're approaching from, has a small fence with a little bit of a garden, and it wraps around the back side as well. So you've got like 2 sides of the house have garden. The other side, the front side of the house, where I guess you consider the front, where the door is, what you could consider to be the front of the house, has no garden. If you were to look straight at the door, which you're not approaching from that angle, but if you were, the right side has a garden. That's the side that you're approaching from, and the back side has a garden. You cannot see the left side because you're approaching from the right.
so I think we circle around to see what's on the other side.
Do you circle to the back or to the front?
I didn't totally follow which side, which one we couldn't see.
Let's take a look at the
Back, I
map.
think.
Actually, let's just. Do we have any other free pages? Yeah, here we go.
What's this? Oh, that's
Oh, that was
the chamber of the searing spine.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got like a house that looks like this. Oops. Let's zoom out so everyone can see it. Cool. You guys are approaching from that side, and there's a garden around it like that.
Mhm.
And a door here. And the river, this is not to scale, but the river is off on this side.
You said it's like 60 feet, so it's actually. I mean, it'd be within this map, right?
Maybe.
If you're drawing this roughly to scale, it'd be like over off the edge.
And the lake is over here.
Okay, so yeah, we circle around like that.
Which I didn't see which way you circled. I'm sorry.
Can you not see the drawing?
Ah, there we go. Now it shows up.
I turn to Reptar as we approach. I say, "Do not eat these vegetables."
He nods. Yeah, you guys circle around, and you see on the other side there's a stack of firewood over here, and next to it is a man completely naked, not a scrap of clothing on him, wielding a big, heavy, single-headed axe, chopping firewood. He does not notice your approach.
Oh, there!
He turns with a surprise and looks at you. His hair is completely white. He's kind of like missing a patch on the back of his head, but the rest of it's like long white hair, so it kind of looks a little thin in one spot and kind of awkward. He just leaves his axe above his head, eyes wide, looking at you guys in surprise.
Help! Hey, giant mosquitoes came upon us in the night.
He lowers his axe and comes over to your person without a word.
I lay down the bear carcass in the grass next to me. We are hunters from south of the mountains. We were
He examines
These-
your wounded man and goes, "Sturge
these
bites. Very dangerous.
Birds, you say?
Very dangerous.
Why does everyone in this land have such strange accent?
You are from a strange place, and so you must think we all have strange accents.
Hmm.
Believe me, to us, you sound like the weird one." He looks over the body and says, "His life is up in the air. He may not live."
All of our lives are. You bring no news.
He stands up
I,
straight, puts his hands on his hips,
I,
and goes, "Now, who are you to enter this area?"
my name is Georg. I would shake your hand, but it has gremlin shit on it.
Hmm.
I sort of wipe it against my robes. I am a wizard from the east.
His
And
eyes
these are-
light up.
And
Really?
This is my hunting party. And I gesture to the slaves.
My name is Purvin.
Purvin. Purvin the mountain man. Where are your pants, sir? You look like you could use a good bear hide.
How the hell do you spell Purvin?
P-O-U-V?
Looks more like Porvan.
P-O-U. Make it an O-U.
It is an OU. Still kind of looks like Poor. I don't know. Porvan. His eyes light up. He says, "Another wizard. It is so rare to meet one of my own kind."
I look him up and down.
He has no spell components on him whatsoever.
Is he totally unashamed of his naked body?
Completely unashamed.
I have a little. It's awfully cold up here. I have a little iron powder that would do just the trick.
He smiles
I
broadly.
hope he has a spellcraft proficiency too.
I have long lost my need for clothing. I have lived here by myself for a long time. But where's my hospitality? I have perhaps been too long out of the world.
I stick a hand in my pocket and pull out a slab of bear meat and hold it before him. We brought dinner.
He welcomes you inside his hut, and you guys bring. I'm going to change his name from Porvin just to Ivan. His name is Ivan now.
No, he's Purvin. Purvin. He's Purvin to me.
Fellow wizards call me Ivan. You may call me that. It is a long time since I've been in the company of others.
It's not your name you need to keep secret. It's your birth time. And I give him a wink.
He nods. Whether he's nodding just, to seem agreeable, or whether he actually knows what you're talking about, you're not sure. But he definitely nods along.
Okay.
He leads you guys in, sets down poor Rugbug in his own bed. There's a table with a single chair. He scratches his head and goes,
I pop a squat.
Hold on, let me go get some logs for chairs," and brings back a few logs for people to sit on. There's a little stove, or actually a little fire with a pot boiling over it. And he serves up a rudimentary porridge meal for you all. And asks what you are doing here in these untamed wilds.
As I said, we are a hunting party.
You have come too far.
We are exploring. Too far, you say? Yes, the mountains gave me a bit of a hint.
This entire valley is quite cursed. Many times have people tried to set up villages and towns, but they always go missing. They disappear. This is a most treacherous area. Some sort of shadow lurks here. I've never quite seen it myself, but there is a shadow of danger. For my purposes, this works quite well. I am
I,
fed up with the rest of society.
yes, I notice you wear no robes of any color at all.
I've long since shed my humility. One
Sure
must
he's not
live
the
like the
priest?
animals. One must live true to their spirits.
I nod in the same way he probably nodded when I made whatever random wizardy remark earlier.
Mhm.
Well then,
Hmm. But it has
might
been a
I?
while since I have met a fellow wizard. Perhaps you would like to stay for a week or so and trade spells. It
I'll
would
show
be
you mine
wonderful
if you show
to.
me yours.
It might be nice to have someone to speak with again. Another wizard to compare notes to.
I nod. Might I impose your hospitality on myself and my brave companions?
Yes.
I gesture to the near naked bronze men.
Nakedness isn't going to bother this guy.
Nope, 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 nope.
Um, yeah, he offers to let you guys rest here for a week. Um, he makes it very clear that a week is kind of like the deadline.
Yeah.
He mentions a
Oh,
week
yeah.
multiple times during the course of the
Yeah. We'll
conversation.
see if what's his name wakes back up
Hmm.
in that time.
Um,
It seems like we're wrapping up the session. Is there any
yeah,
more we want to discuss with Purvin?
no, I
Ivan,
think you guys have managed to
the mountain
trudge
wizard?
through everything. I'm just going to roll some, decide whether Rugbug dies here and now or if he
Yeah.
continues.
And if I don't know, are you going to do? You want to do spell talk beginning of next session?
Yeah. Oh, no, we can do it now. Oh, he does. This is bad. Yeah. Um, it gets worse after 5 days. He's still not like he looks worse after 5 days, and it's a huge hassle to keep like feeding him water and dipping honey.
I think after 5 days we take him out back and
Put him down.
put him down. So now it's just Reptar
Just
and
and
Orwell.
Orwell.
Will soon also be dead, so it will just be Reptar. Perfect.
Okay. I take it you open your spellbook to him.
Yeah. I don't have first level spells. He's gonna be like, oh, this.
It's still amusing for him.
Yeah, enlarge
For next week I will have a list of spells that you can learn
okay.
out of his.
Yeah.
In fact, I think I already have it for you now. Where is this? Here we go. I'm going to send this to you in Skype. Although one day you and I will make the switch to Discord together. Discord is king.
Really? Even for like regular? Oh, Discord. Okay.
Yeah, for chat. That is your list of spells that he has access to. And over the course of the week, you may try and learn as many of those as you'd like.
So he's only first level?
Well, those are the only. He has second level spells as well, but
Oh.
you cannot discern what they are.
Can I get a gauge on how high level this guy is? Can I roll a spellcraft proficiency check or something?
Yeah, that's a great way of doing it. Give me a spellcraft proficiency check.
Through his book and see if I can guess based on like the number of pages the spells are and things like that, what level he might be, or at least what level is contained within
And
the
just
spell book.
after discussing with him for a week, you can talk to him and kind of figure it. All right.
26 on my.
So I want to give you a range so it's not exactly clear. He is somewhere between. You presume he can It looks like he's at least third level. He's definitely third level because he's got spells that are just gibberish to you.
And judging by the pages, they should get longer as they're higher level.
Right.
So higher level spells take more space in a spell book. So I should.
He's definitely at least third level, probably fifth level, possibly seventh.
Mm-hmm. So there's some of the spells in the back of the book or something are maybe third or fourth level, judging from their length. Is that what you're saying?
There might be some fourth level spells there, but it could just be really long third level spells. Okay. But they are in the back, which makes them look questionable. Then again, maybe these are all just really long second level spells, but probably not.
Uh-huh.
And I think that's it for this week of Dicing with Death.
Yeah. Yeah,
Let's do
sounds
some experience.
Yeah, we killed a lot of shit this episode.
And you lost a lot of men.
Yeah.
So let's
what's
see.
next?
Let's go
Do you
encounter
have to s-
by encounter. What happened first?
The plains were uneventful. I got bored, so I trudged into the Goblin Woods.
Right. The first thing you
Yeah.
came across were goblins? No,
The
sturges.
Sturges. So I killed how many
Total, you
Sturges in the
killed
first-
7 sturges.
Yeah. There was the 12 goblins I negotiated with,
Mm-hmm.
which I don't know if I get experience for that. There were the
That was an
tree-
interesting encounter. We'll give you 100 experience just for that encounter. Whoops.
There were the treant.
Yeah, the
two
first
treants.
treant I'm going to say was worth. Well, each treant I'm going to say was worth like 75 experience because you didn't fight them, but they were posing a small threat to you. They were interesting encounters.
And there was goblins.
The pack of 4 goblins that attacked you.
Yeah.
You guys killed them. Let's do.
Nice.
Those goblins are worth 25 each, so 100 plus. You climbed the mountain
side.
successfully.
Yeah.
I'm going to say mountain climbing is worth 250 for the whole endeavor.
Nice.
Then let's see, gremlins.
I
100.
thought I didn't get experience for that.
You successfully
I was
figured
on
out how to
fire.
defeat them because the gremlins, all they want to do is make you angry. Like gremlins
Yeah,
are just
right.
trolls. So your approach of just be calm, let them work the thing, is the exact way to defeat gremlins. You also killed a bear.
The bear.
So-
I would like to. There's a bear. There was you already got the second round of Sturges. There is
spiders.
something in the books about. Oh yeah, the spiders. Yeah, about experience for using spells to do shit.
Yes.
So I was gonna say the feather fall.
Yeah, I'll give you experience for this
Skill.
Featherfall. Is it how much experience is it? Like 100 per spell level?
I don't know. Do you have a DMG here? I don't know where.
It's under, I want to say,
Maybe your experience,
chapter
if there's
9
one of the-
experience. Is it chapter 9? It's chapter
Individual XP rewards wizards. Spellcast, overcome foes or problem. 50 XP for spell level.
8. Okay, how many spells did you cast to overcome your foes or problems?
I don't know. Normally we don't even do this, but
No, I mean, if we did the gold for Qualnir, we should do the spells for Georg.
according to this table, it's 2 XP per gold obtained. So I nerfed Qualnir. These suggestions, at least.
Right.
It's not optional rules.
Let's see, you cast 1.
So I think I
That's like-
think I cast 3 color sprays.
Is it
I
3 or
cast it on
4?
Sturges, on Goblins, on Sturges again, on Spider. And Larges didn't actually help me much, I don't think.
No.
And then
So that's
think it's
5 spells for 50 experience each.
so 250 for spellcasting.
Mhm.
Spell successfully researched is 500. And then you can get XP for making potions, scrolls, or magic items,
Right.
which is a ways off.
Okay. Plus,
Common
let's
individual
give you
rewards. Player has a
250 for
clever
games.
idea.
Okay.
Player has an idea that saves the party. Player role plays his character well. Asterisk. Not just using a goofy German accent. Damn. Player encourages others to participate. Wow, I don't even know that I've ever read this section. I'd like forgotten it was here this explicitly.
Okay. So, how do we want to divide experience? Did we just divide it all by
So I
3?
think the spell casting I should get to myself.
Okay.
50. I wish I
So
had known.
you get 1,200
that last
experience then for today's journey.
It's going to be a long, hard slog.
Well, it should put you more than halfway to 2nd level, right?
Yeah. Bringing me to 1,200, you said,
Mhm.
plus 10% will be plus 120.
Mm-hmm. So 1320 plus what?
I had 220 from last week, so 1540.
Ooh, yeah, you.
Long, hard slog to level 3.
Wow.
God, and I thought today was a good Monster
know,
Bastion episode.
It is, but we're dividing the experience among NPCs, and I don't know if that's.
They better, yeah. Are they leveling up? Are they? Usually you don't with. I mean, but I didn't pay them. They're just sort of along for the ride. I
Yeah,
think
and
usually.
one of them is a 0th level fighter, one of them's an actual level. Let's divide that by 2 instead of by 3. So,
I don't think
what
you
was
divided.
that?
I think you just divided by 2 last time for the whole group.
So instead of 12, let's
Yeah.
give you 17 instead of 12. That seems a little bit more appropriate.
So
So actually 1870 after your 10%.
yeah. So does that bring me to 2090, including 10% bonus?
There you go. It's a little better.
So 500 XP away from level 2.
Yeah, and
I need those hit points. God, wizards are squishy.
so feel free to roll to learn any of these spells. You can do it now. You can do it later, whichever you want.
I haven't really had time to look it over.
And I think that's it for this week's In Dicing with Death. We will have an episode next week, probably the same time.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Yes, until
so.
yes.
I think so. Yeah.
Well, we'll let you know if it's otherwise. There will be no shenanigans this Sunday. Unfortunately, sorry guys. Shenanigans is 1 a.m. to 5 a.m. for me on Monday morning. And since Monday and Tuesday are when
Monday mornings.
What?
You do that every week without complaining.
Yes, every single week.
Hopes to like what you do.
Yeah. Well, it was midnight to 4 before daylight savings time switched. Now it's 1 to 5. So, whatever. And oh yeah, so it's 1 to 5 in the morning, and Monday morning for me, Monday and Tuesday, Lauren and I are going away for our 1-year anniversary, 1-year wedding anniversary. So I'd like to be well rested before I take off.
You need to phone me in for a speech. I can get you guys in the mood.
I think
I'll use my sexy Johnson House accent.
we'll just listen to the speeches that were given during the rehearsal dinner. I think those are more appropriate.
You recorded this? Like your
No,
mom?
someone has those damn speeches, and I haven't been able to get a hold of them. That disappointment speech is the greatest speech that's ever been.
Is that gonna be your motivational speech you listen to every morning to get pumped?
Yeah, that's how I get myself going for the day. Anyway, that's it for now. We'll see you guys later. Peace out, y'all.
Bye-bye.